everybody. Welcome to This Day. It is Saturday, December 19th. Now, on our show today, we spoke with Assemblywoman Cotty Petrie Norris, and she is going to do a wrap-up for us for 2020, and then she's going to talk a little bit about some things to expect for 2021, and of course, she will talk to us about the vaccines and COVID-19. Now, let's go ahead and go to our resources regarding COVID-19, where you can find all of the governor's reopening plans, which is covid19.ca.gov. You can go to ochealthinfo.com for all the COVID-19 numbers. And of course, if you have any questions at all, you can call the hotline at 714-834-2000. You could go to our website, which is lagunawoodsvillagealerts.com, where we update that on a regular basis. And if your answer is not there, you can email us a question at info@lagunawoodsvillage.com. Now, our weather is looking quite nice this weekend. It is not looking for any sudden rain clouds. 70-47 today with sunshine. Tomorrow, 75-50, and then partly sunny on Monday with 73-50. Now, if you are traveling, you can go to the beaches, which is going to be a lovely 70 degrees with an overnight of 52. And you could actually head down to Newport because they do have their boat parade, and that will be a lovely night this weekend. Mammoth, 46-14, Big Bear, 52-23, and then Palm Springs is 75-50. Now, our sunrise this morning was at 6:51, and our sunset will be at 4:46. And Mark Rabinowitz, thank you for capturing this adorable blow-up of the Grinch. Now, looking closely at this, I swear it has fur on it. So that's the first time I've ever seen a blow-up with fur on it. So pretty darn funny. And if you have a photo that you'd like to share with us for the holidays, just email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, stay tuned, and we're going to have Cotty Petrie Norris coming right up.
Jackie, I'm looking at your MRI. Your shoulder seems to be healing nicely.
Well, Dr. Farrell, it feels really good.
That's good.
And I'm sorry. Baby, don't touch that. I don't want you to play with it.
Twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. I'm so glad that your shoulder's feeling better, but how are you doing?
I'm hanging in there.
Schedule a video visit with your doctor and get quality care with no copay. Kaiser Permanente. Thrive.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Assemblywoman Cotty Petrie Norris, who is here on behalf of course, the Assembly. And we want to talk to you about just like the whole 2020 year. And I know you have some updates to give us what's happening right now, and then just kind of a recap of what we've been dealing with over the last year almost. So welcome.
Well, thank you so much, Lisa. It's always good to be here, and good to have the opportunity to talk with you and the folks in Laguna Woods.
So why don't we start off with, you have a congratulations in order.
Yes, I do. So I would just like to offer my warmest congratulations to Edward Tao, the newest member of the Laguna Woods City Council. And of course, we, like all of the Laguna Woods community, miss Joe Rainey and extend our deepest sympathies to Pat Albers and to his entire family amidst this holiday season. The impact that he made on Laguna Woods will be felt for a long time to come.
Right. And you know, we've been active in interviewing the majority of them over the years, and you're absolutely right. And now I understand there's some sort of a resolution that you guys are going to be doing.
Yes, there is. My office is preparing a memorial resolution to honor Councilmember Rainey, and we'll be presenting that to his family in the coming weeks.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. All right. So let's jump into our current situation. You and I had a little bit of a discussion offline regarding what's happening with COVID right now. And before we get into some of the testing, tell me kind of where we're at right now. I know things are kind of all over the map.
Well, Lisa, since the start of this pandemic, we have been talking about this kind of dreaded winter surge, and it really is upon us right now. We are at a very grim moment in our battle with the COVID-19 virus. And while the approval of the vaccine and the start of the vaccine rollout certainly does give us all hope and is certainly a light at the end of the tunnel, we are far from out of the woods. And the statistics are really scary right now. Cases are spiking, hospitalizations are spiking, ICU capacity is maxing out. In America right now, every 40 seconds, an American dies of COVID-19. So this is a really tough moment, and it is, that's why it's more important than ever that every one of us is doing our part to flatten the curve and to slow the surge so that we can save lives and protect our community.
Right. Now, the folks here in Laguna Woods really have done a fantastic job, and they've done their part. They stay home. I've talked to many of them, and they really are afraid, of course, as they should be, because they are of the highest risk. But I will say that they are very good about their distancing and their masks. Mm-hmm. So with the new stay-at-home orders that we have right now, it's a little harder for them, I think, primarily because we talk a lot about this, stay-at-home sort of isolation. And we want to get out. We want to do things. And there are ways to do that. So at least we haven't closed the beaches and we haven't closed walking outside and things like that. So describe to me some of the things that they should be concerned about.
Well, in response to this surge, as you said, the governor announced a regional modified stay-at-home order, really just to do everything we can to slow this spike and to slow the severity of what we're seeing right now in our ICU and emergency rooms. There are still, we want to make sure that people do continue to stay connected, and we know that mental health is so important right now. And the governor and I and certainly my family, we continue to emphasize the importance of being outside and doing outside activities, continuing to exercise, continuing to do everything that you can to take care of your physical and mental well-being, and to realize that physical distancing doesn't have to mean social distancing, and ensuring that we are finding ways. And I know we've all become incredibly creative over the last several months at finding ways to stay connected to family and friends, even in this time of physical separation.
Exactly. And, we've been promoting opportunities for people to go to various places to look at Christmas lights and things like that. Because you can drive around in your car and you can see all sorts of great stuff. And that's where you said, people are getting really creative, and they're doing these big, long things of lights and fun stuff. So people don't feel like, oh, we just have to completely give up on Christmas and the holidays, right, and things like that. So that's really great.
Well, and I know I've read news reports that people are decorating their house for the holidays, like, at a level that has never been seen before. And actually just this weekend, my husband and boys went to try to buy our Christmas lights to decorate our house, and the shelves were bare. Everything was gone. So they managed to find some supplies. And so our weekend activity was decorating our house, and we took it up a few notches, which I think is what a lot of folks are doing. Since we're going to be spending time at home, it may as well, my tree is just there, it may as well be festive, so we can still celebrate the holidays.
Exactly. And that's funny because, of course, the movie comes to mind, that Christmas Vacation one.
Yes.
You practically can see it from space, So I'm sure a lot of these homes will be able to be seen from the space.
Exactly.
Wearing the mask, and, I like the way that you referred to it as, physical distancing rather than socially distancing. And I feel like for the last, 9 months, we have called it social distancing. But again, we have to be careful because we don't want people to feel isolated. When you talk with the governor, and, there's been some stuff that's happened, and people are, well, I don't like this and I don't like that. I mean, what are some of your conversations on how people should perceive what he's trying to do?
I'll say there really is no playbook for a pandemic. And to the very best of our ability, California has done everything we can to be led by data, led by science, led by facts. And I do believe that as we've gone through this, it's been confusing because we're all learning. Every single day, we're learning more information about this virus. It's the first time that we have battled COVID-19. I know looking back, there's going to be a ton of lessons for us to learn. And, from my perspective, I think the better job that we can do at being clear with people and being really clear, not just about what we're asking, but about the why behind it. I think that that's so important in terms of bringing people along with us. And so that is what I continue to urge our public health officials to do, both at the state level and at the county level, is do everything we can to make it clear for people and to ensure that we are all on the same page. We all have the same understanding, and we realize we're on the same team, pushing in the same direction.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you said that, because I think a lot of people are very concerned and they don't know which way to go sometimes. And, if you can make sure that all of the officials are very clear on what the goal is and how to get there, I think we would all really appreciate that. So thank you for that. Now, moving forward, we already talked about wearing the mask and making sure that we distance. What are some other things that the residents can do to help ease their fears?
Well, one of the most important things that we want to encourage people to do is, if you've been exposed, if you're having any kind of symptoms, if you've had a contact that you're concerned about, is to get tested. So in the early days of this pandemic, we talked a lot about how our testing was so constrained, but we've done a tremendous job at building testing capacity. And as you and I were talking about, there are just these incredible scientists and researchers who have been able to bring new testing solutions to the market. And just recently, Orange County announced a new at-home saliva test. So you can order this online on the Orange County Health Agency website. And you can get a test delivered to your home that you can do yourself just by spitting, in the cup, which is pretty incredible. So it's a really easy way. If you are concerned, if you've been exposed, don't hesitate to do that. And the other thing I always like to share is a new system to help with contact tracing. It's called CA Notify. And I think there's on the screen some information about how folks can sign up for that. It's completely optional, but it enables people to download this contact tracing app on their phone. So if you're somewhere where there's been a known exposure, you will get an alert so that you can get a test. You can ensure that if you've got the virus, you take the necessary steps, or you can assure yourself that you don't. So that's another new thing that we're encouraging folks to take advantage of as well.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I haven't actually checked into that yet, so I will have to do that. Looking forward, we're hearing all about how the vaccines have arrived on the West Coast, the East Coast. It really is full force. So what do we have to look forward to here in Orange County?
Well, as I said, this is such a light at the end of the tunnel for so many of us. And yes, the first vaccines were actually just distributed in California. The very first doses are being received here in Orange County. There's an initial batch of 25,000 doses that will be received. So we are in the middle of living history right now as we begin the phased rollout of this vaccine. And actually, I just got a little emotional just thinking about it. So it is going to be distributed in a phased fashion. So phase 1A will be high-risk healthcare workers and first responders. Phase 1B are residents and staff of congregate care facilities and others with high-risk health conditions. We'll then roll into phase 2, which is teachers and other essential and critical workers. And then phase 3 will be individuals who are 65 plus but don't have an underlying health condition, along with anyone else who has a moderate risk health condition. And then the final phase will be the general public. And expectation is that this is going to be widely available to the general public by late spring, which is pretty tremendous. We've come incredibly far in a very short amount of time. And I know it's given tremendous hope just to so many of us in the community.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. That is great. And then lastly, let's take a look at just sort of, where we're at going forward and sort of what's been kind of happening?
Well, I think one really exciting part about seeing the vaccine distribution actually begin is it feels like we can all stop kind of living in this sort of emergency response, kind of emergency phase of our lives. And I think that's true both at a personal level, and it's also certainly true, I think, for me when I think about my work in the Assembly. So when I am looking at the next year, I've really got 5 critical priorities. So number 1 is certainly COVID response and relief. Number 2 is economic recovery. There's a lot of work that we need to do to get California's economy back on track and booming again. Number 3 is education. We know that a lot of children have been learning at home. There's been a lot of learning loss that has been sustained over this period, and we've got to close that gap. I'm also going to continue to stay focused on environmental policy and the work I've been doing to protect the California coast. And lastly, I'm pleased to share that I have been reappointed to chair the Assembly's Accountability and Administrative Review Committee. And in that oversight role, I'm continuing to push for us to make government more efficient, more effective, and ensure that we are spending tax dollars wisely. So looking forward to focusing on that as I begin my second term.
Excellent, excellent. And then lastly, would you please go over the ways that our residents can get in touch with you?
Yes, absolutely. It's, I just want to say happy holidays to everyone at home. We know that this is a holiday season unlike any we've ever experienced, and we're all missing family, we're missing friends. Many of us are feeling isolated. And if there is anything that you need or anything that my office can do to help, please do not hesitate to reach out. And you can reach us by phone at 949-251-0074. For more information, you can also look at my website. The easiest way to find that is just to Google my first name, which is Cottie, C-O-T-T-I-E. And happiest holidays and warmest wishes to everyone at home and to your families.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Happy holidays to you. And we'll see you in 2021.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Happy holidays. And yes, here's looking forward to a happy new year in 2021.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. And we'll be right back after this.
Under the RadNet umbrella, prostate imaging is one of our most important men's health initiatives. We have an exclusive team of prostate-dedicated radiologists that read thousands of images from all around the globe. These radiologists are utilizing advanced technologies such as prostate MRI, which offers some of the most detailed visual representations of the prostate gland. When it comes to men's health issues, listen to your body and take a proactive approach. Talk to your doctor, begin screening, and take charge of your health.
I do like do-it-yourself things, and because we have been staying at home all this time, do-it-yourself items are a great way to go. So some of the things that you're going to need if you wanted to do this particular activity, you're going to need an unused vase, pennies, black spray paint, and a glue gun. The first thing you want to do is you want to safely spray the vase with the black spray paint and allow time to dry. Now, I would recommend doing this in your garage or maybe out on the patio with some paper because you don't want to breathe all those fumes in from being in the garage, and you might have the door shut. The next thing you want to do is you can use the glue gun to cover the dry vase with pennies. Now, of course, you don't have to use pennies, but they do have that cool copper color, so that might be a nice way to go. Now, if you want to do a different one, you can do, you're lining your drawers with unwanted or used gift wrap. So instead of using that sticky contact paper, which I always find very complicated in terms of pulling it off and measuring, this way it's really easy and it's just wrapping paper, so it should be pretty easy to stick down. Now, you could use clear contact paper for the edges to be able to, keep it so it stays down. What you're going to do, as I mentioned, is you're going to measure your space, both width and depth, make small marks on your wrapping paper with your pencil, and then cut out your wrapping paper. Then cut a piece of contact paper. You can do slightly bigger than your wrapping paper, and you can do that either under or you can do it over. So I thought maybe if you would just do the wrapping paper and then the edges, then you don't have to cut so much of the clear contact paper, because I feel like we'd be sort of bypassing the whole point of doing this in terms of the do-it-yourself. So go on to the next item, which is create keychains with wine corks. Now you can do what you'll need: wine corks, you'll need split rings, you'll need screw eyes, eye pins, charms, and or beads. And the way that you do that is you're going to twist a screw eye into one end of a cork. Then you attach a split ring to the loop of the screw eye to create the keychain. Then you cut an eye pin in half using wire cutters or sharp scissors. And then you use the side that still contains a loop and slide on a bead. Push the beaded eye pin into the other end of the cork, and voila, you have a keychain. There you go. There's a couple little tidbits for you to be able to do some do-it-yourself crafts at home. Enjoy.
Hearing aids require a lot of attention. Don't underestimate the problems earwax can cause. Come in and see inside your own ear canals to find out how much blockage you have. Debris like earwax can cause up to 45% reduction in amplification. Your hearing aids may be able to be significantly improved to help you hear conversations clearly with a simple office visit. Every day, patients say, "Oh my gosh, that sounds so much better." Stop in or call us today for a complimentary cleaning and ear inspection. Tell them Stuart sent you.
To help stop the coronavirus, the CDC recommends to avoid contact with people who are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue, then throw the tissue in the trash. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects and surfaces. Stay home when you are sick, except to get medical care. Wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. For more information, contact the CDC. A message from Village Management Services.
Now there's a different way to buy a new Lexus. It's called CarDash, only available at SouthCountyLexus.com. It's amazingly simple. Visit SouthCountyLexus.com, select and reserve your new or pre-owned vehicle that comes with a 5-day love it or leave it guarantee. Apply for credit, calculate your payment, and even appraise your trade-in, all online. Once you arrive at the dealership, just pick up your car and drive home. Push a button, get a Lexus. South County Lexus, where different is amazing.
Welcome back. I'm Kiana Lee. Today we're talking to Dr. Chuck Lee of 7-Day Dental. Today's topic is emergency dental care. Doctor, what do we need to know about emergency dental care?
At 7-Day Dental, we are open 7 days a week, 365 days a year for your dental needs.
Thank you, doctor. So come on in and get your 7-Day Dental smile.
Welcome back. Well, we wanted to let you know that there are a variety of places in which you can drive by and check out Christmas lights. Now, we'll leave the screen up a little bit longer per slide so you can jot down some addresses. However, we'll also have this on our Laguna Woods Village website as well, so you can go and check it out. So in Laguna Hills, on Mawson Drive, they will have some displays. And we don't have a specific address because they just said that the whole street is full of lights. We have 25241 Northrop Drive and 25276 Orleano Way, and that's in Laguna Hills. Then we have Laguna Niguel Christmas lights. And of course, the entire Nellie Gale Road is full of beautiful lights. Elder Court, 5 Tunis, and then Hillhurst, which is right off of Crown Valley and Alicia Parkway. So you can go to Laguna Niguel in those particular areas and see all the beautiful lights. And then in Lake Forest, there's a whole lot of streets in Lake Forest that's all lit up. Now we have these specific addresses, most likely because they had a Christmas contest, a Christmas lighting contest, and so they participated. And we have 22981 Belquest, 23932 Barton, 25982 Dundee Drive, 24952 Green Bay Drive, 25141 Steinway, and then 22472 Sunlit Creek Avenue. Now, Mission Viejo, I've been to Mission Viejo a couple of different times in some of their streets, and they have some great stuff. And this one here displayed Nightmare Before Christmas House at 23912 Bow Avenue is awesome. The Mission Viejo Library has decorated all of their parking lot and all the trees surrounding it. 32 Hawk Hill, 27093 Pinario, 26771 San Gonzalo Drive, and 26166 Buscador, and then 23864 Sycamore Drive. So hopefully you'll get out and about and drive around and see all these beautiful Christmas lights. Now, our movie today is called The Secret Garden, and really good flick, and it has Colin Firth in it, and it's brought to you by Hogue Orthopedic. When Mary Lennox's parents suddenly die, she is sent to live with her uncle, Archibald Craven, and on his remote country estate deep in the Yorkshire moors. While exploring, she discovers a hidden magical garden. So a nice uplifting film for today, and like I said, you can watch that at 3 p.m. with subtitles and 6 p.m. without subtitles, and that is sponsored by Hogue Orthopedic. Now, again, we want to let you know that we're running out of Sundays, so this Sunday will be the last 'Tis the Season, and it will be 6 p.m. Seasonal music by the Old Pros and the Woods Combo, so you want to check that out. Then just to let you know that if you don't go to any of the local neighborhoods, you can go locally to Dana Point Harbor. They've got some fun lights down at the Casa Romantica down in San Clemente. And then they also have Capistrano lights down at the ruins of the Great Stone Church at Mission San Juan Capistrano. And also, just to let you know that in the newspaper today, if you get the Register, they did sort of unveil that the Newport Boat Parade did still go on, but not sponsored by the city of Newport Beach. But they are still doing it, and it's going to be every night up until Christmas. And if you want more information about that, you can check out the Register, or you can just go online or Facebook and look up Newport Boat Parade. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our local weather. Looking really good this weekend, very nice. Not any rain predicted, but then so was the other day, and we still got a little drenching and a double rainbow. So today we are looking at 70, 47 with lots of sunshine. Tomorrow, even warmer, 75, 50, again sunshine. And Monday, partly sunny, 73, 50. Have a great Saturday. Have the wonderful rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. We'll be back here on Monday morning at 9 a.m. with a couple of updates, one from Jeff Parker, of course, and the other is from Third. Have a great day in the village. We'll see you again on Monday. Bye-bye.